So what's so bad about this code? You might be thinking to yourself, well, again, you are technically doing validation, I guess, but the idea of validation here is it's very, I guess you could say passive. It's like, just try to do this, and if you fail, let me know and I'll show an error to the user. It becomes very difficult to present errors to the user when using exception handling as flow control. Exception handling is not a replacement for an if statement or a while loop or anything like that. Exception handling is there to handle exceptional cases. Currently, we don't really have any situations where exception handling would be useful within our application, but it is an important concept to understand because you will eventually run into a situation where you have to handle an exception. And this is how you do it. So, again, the philosophical concept of an exception is that an exception makes it so your program can no longer continue running. You should always proactively handle user input or validate user input. Exceptions are great for basically asserting that something is true. Like, an exception is good for if you're writing your own code library. You might have some code that you make an assumption on. For whatever reason, you make an assumption that a value is within a particular range, or a value isn't null, or some sort of assumption about the state of your program. And what you would want to do is you want to wrap that, or check for that state to make sure that his assumption is correct. And if it isn't, you would throw an exception, letting whoever is writing code against your library to know, even if that person is you, but you want to let them know that they've done something dumb. Okay. So, stuff and things. I just wanted to show people the syntax, define what an exception is for people, and show people how to handle them if they're in a situation where they'll need it. Again, like I said before, this today is really just a bunch of odds and ends. There's not a whole lot I can say about it.